Wetlands are indispensable for the countless benefits they provide humanity, ranging from freshwater supply, food and building materials and biodiversity, to flood control, groundwater recharge, and climate change mitigation. They are therefore essential for human health, prosperity, and provide enormous economic and social benefits that add value to the society. The African Center for Technology Studies, in collaboration with Egerton University and Kaimosi Friends University, is conducting a transdisciplinary case study on river basins and deltas, focusing on sustainable wetlands for local livelihoods and water quality.
The project comprises of 7 case studies based in 4 continents, in Africa, Asia, Europe, and South America. And the purpose of the project is to come up with transformative pathways where we can see a future where stakeholders or stakeholders can work together towards management of better sustainable natural systems, particularly aligning to large rivers and deltas. The core value or the core basic of this project is to address the issues with climate change. As you know, we have a lot of uncertainty in terms of natural systems, and therefore we need to come up with management strategies which can reflect or which can adopt or which can take into these very frequent changes, transformation or dynamism in terms of management. And that's why this project, and that's why we chose the case study which we have chosen. As most of you know, the impact of what is happening about floodings within the Lake Victoria Basin and how this is affecting the livelihoods of the people as well as the natural systems. So by coming up with transformative pathways in terms of managing such dynamism, then that's why we are undertaking this project, so that we can see whether we can come up with tools which we can be able to assess these changes and which we can be able to really give recommendations for governments, for the county governments, and also for other people on how to really approach and also appreciate this dynamism, which is a natural dynamism, which we have no control as people because most of the impact will be due to climate change. One of the things as a project team we will do is to ensure that the communities do understand the changes we are talking about and how it will affect their livelihood in terms of economic livelihood, and also understand how to adopt with these changes so that their lives are not interfered with extensively. So it's a question of understanding, and we also want to have their voices to be heard. So the tools we are coming in with, like the T-Labs, is a tool which allows the communities to understand, is a tool which allows inclusivity of everybody and where their voices are going to be heard at different levels. And that is why we are training, so that when we go to the field, we are strategizing that every voice should be heard. And therefore the communities should be able to participate, and therefore with this, their impact in terms of livelihood may not be affected so much because they'll be part of the solution of these challenges. We want to see people starting to think of things differently. The change might be enormous, the change may be small, the change may be acceptance of the changes in the system. So we don't have clear defined rules and boundaries, and this is what we must do. We are there to work with the community, we are there to work and even ourselves get transformed in the process. We hope to come up with scenarios where anybody can be able to adopt and use these scenarios for easier management and for cohesion for the people, for the stakeholders within the basins we're working to benefit from the natural resources we have to have open minds, not only the users, the policy makers, and also the investors. Like, we have all kinds of stakeholders. So everybody should have a very open mind to be able to take in these changes. And we must also be able to talk to each other. If we don't talk to each other, if there is no communication, then we cannot make a cohesion decision to protect, utilize our natural resources, because I don't believe our natural resources which has got no option in utilization. Natural resources should be utilized, but we need to do trade-offs and therefore utilize them sustainably.